Well, good afternoon. This is Jim Whitehead of All Power Group and Phoenix Animal. It's like sometimes you have to kind of redo things and make things hopefully a little bit better. So, what we're doing today and for this part of the series, instead of picking one particular animal and going through it, I know it was more interesting when we were doing things like Rin Tin Tin and, Tonto and, Long Ranger's Horse, etc., etc. But so what we're going to do, this is the format. It's going to be on when we do this presentation, it's going to be on, and I'm taking 4 animal news items. And I guess you might say it's current affairs or hot off the presses as to information related to a situation with an animal. So hopefully you will enjoy this. It's like with all of us, we have to do different things. And, the other point is I have elicited the additional members of the team, Jamie, which you'll see in a minute. And then at the end, I will show you all the other 3 that will be helping me do this breaking animal news. Now, I was doing live vertical. Now, vertical is in a format that's just, to make it simple, it's skinny and tall. Now, YouTube is, with their stats have shown, and I do this too, but a lot of people, and they're saying I think about 40% of people watch YouTube on their big screens. So, like, for example, I have a pretty nice 8K 65-inch Samsung in the living room. And if this was where you were going to watch what I had put up, and you're saying, I'm looking at this little skinny, tall, small thing on a big screen, it wouldn't play well. Could you watch it? Would the graphics be okay? Yes. But it wouldn't be where somebody say, why are you using and having such a small presentation module on this big screen? So this is what we're doing. We're changing and, as I said, going to this new format. And it's going to be at least 4 animal happenings and interesting things. So hopefully you'll like it. Now let's go on and let's first, Jamie is my CEO and she's got a little message from her. So please stand by.
Good morning. This is Jamie Whitehead of All Power News and Phoenix Animal. This is for February 28th, 2025, breaking animal news. Thank you.
Okay, there we are. I'm glad that Jamie could get back with you. Now, the first news article is the rare albino deer spotted in Texas. An extremely rare albino deer was spotted in Texas yesterday. So again, as I said, this is current news. The deer, which is estimated to be about 2 years old, was seen in a field near the town of Fredericksburg. Albino deer are very rare, with only about 1 in 30,000 deer being born with this condition. I don't know why they actually call it a condition. I think all animals are beautiful, and certainly I like the color white, so I think it's pretty cool. The next story, I'm having fun doing this. Yeah, it's different, it's new, I gotta kind of get used to it, but thank you for coming along for the ride. Okay, chimpanzees use tools to hunt monkeys. Now, I know you're saying, what? Why would a chimpanzee go want to hunt a monkey? I'm not exactly sure. I'm just the reporter. A new study has found that chimpanzees in the Ivory Coast use tools to hunt monkeys. And I know most people say, wait a minute, I think a chimpanzee is a monkey. Well, not I guess. They know the difference. We might not, but they do. The chimpanzees use sticks to poke holes in the branches of trees where monkeys are sleeping. Oh, that's nice, huh? Wake up. Then they use the sticks to pull the monkeys out of the trees. This behavior has only been observed in a few other chimpanzee populations. So, I guess they went through special training when they were youngsters, and bottom line, they're doing things that probably isn't the best thing in the world. Okay, the third story is elephant herd rescued from poachers. Now, in all my animal discussions, all animals are wonderful. And the only point I feel is okay is if you have a situation where you need to eat, so you're going to need to basically kill an animal. But poachers, as you would expect, are awful, awful, and awful. So this is definitely not what we liked to hear. A herd of elephants was rescued from poachers in Kenya yesterday. The elephants were being held captive in a forest near the town of Savo. The poachers had killed the elephant's mother and were planning to sell the calves. Luckily, the Kenya Wildlife Service was able to rescue the elephants and arrest the poachers. And again, we all have to stick together. And I've said this many times, sometimes people do go after elephants for their tusks because the tusks are made of ivory. But in today's world, the material that we can make that's man-made is equally as good, if not better, type of what looks like ivory than an actual tusk from an elephant. So, don't let anybody say that that's okay. Now, the last story, a dog reunited with its family after 5 years. A dog with her family yesterday after being lost for 5 years. I would die, honestly, if I lost Jamie. She's 11, and we all know that our animals don't live to the extent that we would like them to. I mean, we want them to live forever. And I've gotten into cloning, and I've got a very interesting podcast up on my channels that, in essence, is a discussion between two people about the current state of affairs related to, you know, trying to make and clone your animal. I know it's very controversial, excuse me, but it's ridiculously expensive right now. But my honest feeling is it'd be wonderful to be able to keep our animals and clone them when they're going to leave this earth anyway. So if you can clone them, and yes, they, in the sense the clone is not where you'd say exactly identical, only because when an animal is born, they learn things. They learn habits. They learn good habits. They learn bad habits. They learn eating. I mean, they have to learn things. So if you have a clone, this new cloned animal will be just like you brought the dog home and would have to learn things all over again or learn the new things that you're doing. So anyway, the dog is named Luna. She was found wandering the streets of Los Angeles. What a terrible place to be. Nothing personal to Los Angeles, but it's not where you would want and say this is a great place for a dog. She was taken to a local animal shelter where she was scanned for a microchip. As you know, chips, I think we have Jamie with one, and if we don't, shame on us. But the point is the microchip, when somebody has a reader, they put it over the area where the chip would be or is, and it basically will tell who the family is and probably addresses and phone numbers. The microchip led to her family, who had been searching for her for years. And you know, poor dogs or any animal, if Jamie got lost, would I just go, oh, well, we'll get another one? No. I would do everything to find her. But would Jamie actually know that we were looking for her? You know, you don't know. Animals are smarter than we, a lot of times, kind of give them credit for. So, you know, in some cases, they maybe could get home. They certainly do not forget their owners and where they lived. So, you know, it's a tough one. But in this case, thanks to the microchip, Luna was reunited with her family. And Luna was overjoyed to be reunited again. And she now is safe and sound at home. So I think, you know, I guess it's like with anything. If you have a happy ending, it's a happy ending. Okay, now finishing up here. And again, I want to thank you for following. I know you're saying, Jim, what happened here? It's different. Well, sometimes it has to be different. And I'm an old guy, but I can learn new tricks. So the other members of the team, and you know, I've had them with me for about a year. On the left is Big O. He is an orangutan. In the middle, and Big O is actually, we call the sales manager. And then we have Miss Perfection in the middle. She is Jamie's assistant, right-hand animal. And then we have Big Gorilla. Now, what gorillas do, he's kind of like a bouncer. And you'll hear from them all as we progress into the plan here and our presentations. But Big O is here that if somebody tries to, and I'm in a building it's on my property that is my building for content creation and doing everything of all the fun we're doing. And anyway, they will be here, and Big G is again here. If someone knocks at the door and wants to get in and they shouldn't be getting in, we will say, go get them, Big G. So as you'll hear him say, he whacks people in the head if they've done something wrong. So I want to thank you for being here today. Please share and comment. We'll be doing this very, very regularly, and I appreciate, and this was the first, how would you say, process with this new format. So thank you, and I really, really appreciate everything. And please take care and look for the next one. And thank you. Again, Jim Whitehead, All Power Group. The animals work under all Phoenix Animal. And we're going to continue to have fun.